Hey guys, just want to run a quick video on this. Just to review on moving when in the Pantsir SM-SV. As you can see, you got the F-18 and the AMX towards my position. Now, since we're in the Pantsir and it's on a much more mobile platform than the other SAMs, you always want to move and change position. When you stay one place, that is how you die. And in this SAM, you're able to move very quickly and efficiently from different locations. So we're gonna sit here. The aim approaches, peaks, and then dives away. The first thing I'm gonna do in this situation is move. Nowadays, 9 out of 10 times your average cast pilot, when he peaks, he's gonna put a mark on the ground to mark the position, to pop up for a different direction and bomb that preset location. So now I'm gonna move this F-18. Gets me off guard. I managed to take him out. Now in a few moments here, we're gonna see this AMX. The overweight maybe about roughly 2 minutes ago. He's gonna come back and pop right over. I can hear him coming right now. Pops right back over. It drops probably several 250 pounders. Bigger than 250. But you can see right there, prime example of why you must move. Whenever a cast element peaks and they get in, RWR1 will shoot off. They've already like see this fall 2S30 across. Yeah, perfect example of half to half. Especially if you cast out, get a lot more smart about how to do this. I'm not a problem with that. Quite a long time. So challenge is always welcome. But yes, whenever a cast element or plane pops up behind a hill, most times they mark your position and they dive away so they can get in closer. Because most frames for the game, they're not able to move as efficiently as this system is. This is an all-in-one system. It's not held back by a multi-vehicle system. It's just better at than the Pantsir S1 because the Pantsir S1 moves really slow. You can see here, I get another lock. I get jumped by an F-15. He drops a bunch of smalls. Now, I pick up the smalls, but I can't pick up the F-15. Where is he? I have no idea. My radar was going to pick him up. The smalls was the first thing I was able to pick up. So, in this case, what I don't know is if they're dumb bombs or if they're fire and forget about bombs that lock onto my R signature. In this case, right now, I'm looking to find him, but he's pre-chaffing. Well, I still lock him, but he's at an altitude where if he needs it, and the pumping it. Take a few shots at some of the small gear, and then I'm just going to continue moving forward. Because again, I don't know if they're dumb bombs or if they're infrared type bombs. I'm just going to move forward and see what happens. They're a good few kilometers out, so my main concern right now is figuring out where this F-15 is. Because most times what Cash will also do, he'll drop a bunch of bombs on you that you know you might, that you know you'll be able to intercept. They come from a different angle once they see you're preoccupied. How close they are, I think they're HPA guys. I felt far too late trying to intercept them until I realized that they're going to the location right. Just kind of get the rest after. Super panicked in this situation, all over the place. Now I'm like, where's this F-15? Where's the pilot at? I can't find him. I get another tap on the radar, but it's him. As of now, I try to see myself. Go to the center and you see that he's actually popping up again in a new location. And he's actually blue traffic, I believe. Either that or because my gaze is pointed downwards, it's not able to get a good enough lock on it. So I miss it. So I want to come to the problem. Bigger problem. You see what they explode. What I do never is taking out. So after that interaction, very first time you lose our first, I leave this situation out. Again, a lot of SBA players tend to stay in one place all the time and try to stay on the ground. This day and age is just not a good idea, even before this SAM was added. If you stay there one place, you get marked on the map, and it will disappear from the progression and take you out. So airfields all the way back to a much safer position. I mean, you see intensity with the F-15 is actually retreating back into the airfields and spreading all over the oceans. Belly landing, say it's faster, quote unquote. I really think we should encourage them to actually use their gear instead of belly landing. It's faster, quote unquote, but that's just me. So yeah, I'm gonna retreat myself back to closer to my spawn and do the position there. F-15's already repaired. He's got all his bombs on him. And at this point, I'm super concerned on where this F-15 is and where he's at. Yeah, I stop here and I just look at the horizon a little bit because, again, I'm used to these pilots, really experienced pilots, just making quick pop-ups, quick bomb drops, brimstones, even if they're gripped, then quick dives away. So I'm super on edge at this point after being attacked 3 separate times by this F-15. Now, normally what I will do when I'm in a match like this, when I get into a match, I'll open my map and I'll face my radar in the direction of where the helipad and the air pad is. But that's not always the best solution. So you can see there's an F-16 in the air and the F-15 is already back in the air. F-16 is approaching first, so he's gonna pop up my radar in a few moments. And you'll see here I do take a quick couple glances around, and then I turn my radar around because sometimes aircraft aren't always going to come from the direction where the general airfield will spawn. Sometimes they'll come all the way around from your friendly's airfield side. Anyways, random prop comes in, I take that out. Now, you'll see here the F-15 swoops in. You see all these bombs he's dropped. He was roughly going off my last known location. He swooped in, dropped a few bombs, they explode. Again, he's an experienced pilot, so he didn't even take the chance this time. He just went off my last known location and swept him with a pile of bombs. This is exactly why you have to relocate. If you were in a bigger SAM system, you probably would have been dead, probably 7 out of 10 times. Because I know most of the time you're not going to move, you're going to stay in the same spot. Here you can see the bombs landed way off from where I originally was on the leftmost side of the map, but he still took that chance to swoop in, drop him, and leave, because he didn't have any prior knowledge of where anyone else was. So that is something you must keep in mind. But after that, F-15 goes back around, F-16 pops back up on the radar, and I take them both out in quick succession. F-15 was still looking for me at the time, but yeah, that's about it.